Well, we're here in Berlin at the, rapidly filling Olympiastadion. Is that pronounced correctly? Excellent. So my name is Kerry Hopwood. I'm the programmer with this wonderful band, Depeche Mode. I'm responsible for getting the record from record to this point on stage so we can play it in front of these lovely people. I see it as like producing records but for live. You know, my background is record production, engineering, programming. So this is the live version for me. On previous tours they've had drums on tape, but we just prefer the excitement and dynamic. And also the fact that Dave, the singer, he's got a living person that's driving him on, you know, and it just helps with his performance. With live in this setup, we're just purely processing drums. This is an electronic band as well, so sometimes we need a very big snare to sound like an electronic snare, because you know in the studio they will have used, you know, possibly real snares, a real drum kit, but put it through a modular synth. And this, you know, using this, it kind of allows us that flexibility. It allows us to emulate some expensive, vintage, rare synth, but in a kind of a controllable, repeatable, reliable way. But you know, and it's also the great thing with using sort of synths and stuff in the studio is they can be a bit unpredictable, and you can get kind of surprising results. And it's, you know, that's why Christian uses it. That's why the band use it. That's why we're using it. It was the drummer that, you know, we've worked with for years, who he uses live in the studio, and the band have been using live in the studio. All the programmers have been using live. I've used it for various other things. But we all use it in different ways, you know. It's some people are using it with MIDI and manipulation, some people are manipulating audio, we're processing, I'm sure someone uses it to make the tea. We're taking a split of all the drums. I've got 16 inputs coming from the drum kit. Christian's got quite an interesting drum kit. He's got two kicks. The main first kick is the traditional fat kick, and we'll often put some filters on it, or, you know, we've got, you know, we're not very original here. We've used kick huge warm, you know, just to sort of get acoustic drum sounds more electronic. We didn't want to use samples as such. We wanted to, you know, we've got a lovely sounding drum kit and we kind of want to keep it deluxe. So this is why we want to keep the dynamics of the drum kit, but put on processing. So, you know, we'll treat it as if it was a desk, but a desk with any plugin we want. So we're EQing it, or we're gating it, which is the normal stuff, but we're also putting filters on, you know, another gate to cut it down at the end, you know, and then distorting it. Also with Christian, he's got a second kick drum, which is not tuned like the first kick drum. It's tuned very differently, and that's often used specifically for effects as well. We'll distort it and put it through reverbs, and it's a very particular sound. With the rack toms, you know, sometimes you just need an extra level of something brash and harder, and you know, so, you know, with EQ, reverb, erosion, another gate at the end, you know, just to clean it all up. It was the plugins that come as standard with live that we're able to get, you know, the good stuff quick, and, you know, and hopefully please the fans that really like electronic drums, but with somebody that's really doing it, you know, with power as well. I said earlier, when we're doing live stuff, you tend to want things to jump out. You want things to, you know, and it's a rock show. You know, we've got a big hard-hitting drummer there, and, you know, and we want hard sounds, dirt. We want filth, and we get it with this. I know the guys, Christian and Andrew Philpott, they write with Dave Garn, the singer, and I know they're using Logic and Ableton in Austria and Ireland and New York, and they've all got the systems. When I go out to front of house, we'll have another setup there, and we'll be doing front of house processing as well. But it will be along the lines of this as well. The simple thing is we need to use tools that that work at the end of the day, because we're in. Okay, this isn't necessarily the most hostile environment, but it's not a studio, and at 9 o'clock we've got to do a show, so it's got to work. We can't kind of go, hey crowd, wait until I fix something. So and the thing is it's stood up so far, it's toured really well so far, it hasn't let us down so far, and it's we can switch it on every day as long as the levels coming in from the drum kit are about the same level, which it has been. It works, and it's worked better than any other way that we've tried to do this, because we've tried to do it with desks and outboard, but this so far has worked far better than anything.